Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth, man. Giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix. No simping. All subjects channel. All subjects channel. We got a lot to talk about today. You know, on this video, we're going to talk about getting into emotional battles with women. But we got a lot of other stuff to talk about too, because that, again, this Deion Sanders stuff, man, is something else. I just can't believe how people is brushing off what he did. Like, I know some of y'all, you know, you don't like black people like that. You think white people is better. You grew up with mostly white people. I don't care who you grew up with. The facts is the facts. And when if some jump off in the future and they string your little moon pie self up, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. In terms of interracial dating, hey man, do you. Do you. My thinking has changed over the years on that. Like, that's one of the things that I don't agree with Dr. Umar Johnson over. I don't believe we should box ourselves in with a particular race, especially if you can't find people in the race that people. Why is my ringer done changed? I'm looking at a phone number, somebody trying to call me. They ain't call. As soon as I get on this, here they go. But the one that treats you like a king, and you held no bias. The one, the two, the three, that treat you like a king, that's who you deal with. And if they try to switch up on you, you get rid of them. You get rid of them. That's why do not get legally married, because it's not gonna be easy to get rid of them. You're gonna be one of those people that if you are gonna lose your butt off in a divorce, you're gonna be one of them people that be just kind of sticking around, see what happened. But if you ain't got no legal papers, you can get around it easier. So let's talk about these emotional battles. I was just talking to my sons, and I be trying to school them up with stuff I learned. I didn't know this stuff when I was their age. Nobody was telling me. It wasn't No Manosphere when I was 22. You know, it was Symposphere everywhere, all over. You know, and the music wasn't helping it. It was Symposphere. So, when you're dealing with these women, man, do not get in no emotional battles with them. The number one way you stop getting in emotional battles with them is when they act out on you, do not be cutthroat towards their feelings. Be cutthroat towards their feelings. Like, do not give in. If they silent treatment you should be able to go longer than them. Like, okay, we still playing this game? Bet. That's what you should be saying to yourself. Never fear her leaving. If she want to leave, let her go, and instantly begin to conversate with other women. Some people say you should wait, don't get no relationship. I would say don't get no relationship right away. But I would say just be conversating, trying to open these doors, see if these doors going to open up for you in regards to these women. But don't get no emotional battles with them, man. I know, because, like, I sit back and think about everything in relationships, like in my own relationships in the past, you know, so on and so forth. I think about, like, everything that has transpired, and I think about things that I did wrong. Church will give you a bad impression of how you're supposed to be as a man in a relationship. They'll have you trying to fight these emotional battles climbing these emotional hurdles with these women. Listen, man, it's your world. Look at him. And some of these dudes, man, you want to know something. Besides all the tainting that's going on with them peoples, I think that a lot of these dudes be out here driving crazy because part of being a man is learning self-control. Like, you don't fight somebody at work. Like, I got into it with a dude at work one time. And, like, it was at a jail. What happened was, it was my unit, and he came over there, and then the guys was getting loose. They was trying to play us against each other. So all I did was told him, man, you gotta have my back out here, man. He took it the wrong way. He was kind of young, They tried to act like he was punking somebody. He wasn't punking nobody, man. You can't, even if you could beat me, I'm not gonna reside in fear. Like there was zero fear, 0%. I just wasn't finna fight at work. So I'm like, okay, when we was leaving, I left out right with him. He didn't say a word to me. I was done with it. I was done. They kept trying to egg it on, and it seemed like he was trying to egg it on too. Listen, man, this dude didn't do it. When I say he barely said anything, did anything, that's what happened. That it wasn't nothing, man. Like, he was basically, they was trying to make a big deal. Dude, listen, we ain't gonna get into my fight techniques and abilities. But believe me when I tell you, that little rah-rah hood stuff, it don't faze me, man. Because when it's all said and done, you're gonna have a winner and a loser. That don't faze me, the culture, I shoot, I got people. None of that. We all gonna die one day. Now, I ain't no dummy. I know when to back off. But some of these people, they bluffing, man. When I tell you they bluffing, they bluffing. A gun don't make you tough. So the emotional battles, you also got to know when you're dealing with a man that's like a woman, emotionally. So sometimes you got to back down from women. You got to back down from men who act like women. Men, if your father is not masculine and did not raise you, like my father is masculine. He might have been kind of quiet. He might have let my mother slide on some stuff involving them. Not all things, but some stuff. But my father was a masculine dude. Like, he wasn't to be played with. Like, if he say something, you just do it. You don't underestimate. We didn't underestimate my father. Even though he wasn't the type to just every second just beating on us with belts and stuff. Like, he wasn't that type. He jacked me up a couple times, but he wasn't the type to just beat on you, so to speak. He's a masculine dude. I was raised by a man, a masculine man. Like, I knew, I acted up at school, but I didn't get away with it. And I knew I wasn't going to get away with it with her or him. So it was a lot of prices that I paid coming up as a kid. But that's what I'm telling you. Don't get in these emotional battles with them, man. Like, a man should not be arguing with a woman all the time. Like, she the only woman in the world. Man, you lay down the law on her, especially if she in the wrong. Like, listen, you don't gotta be here. I'm not making you stay here. You could go. And if you go, don't come back. And don't be the type. The only women I can see a guy getting back with is a woman who the breakup was all him. It ain't had nothing to do with her. She ain't do nothing. But even in those cases, you got to be careful, because they could be bitter. They could be heartbroken. So you get in these emotional battles, like all these insults. They get to insulting you. You don't want to do that. You don't want, and trust me, man, I failed many times in life. When they get to insulting you, you give them an ultimatum. If it's like that, you can go. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? See, when a woman knows that and she doesn't straighten up, when she know that you tired of her and she still keep doing it, that's disrespectful. She think you need her. She thinks she's a goddess in your life. That's disrespectful. So you get your point across and be done with it. If you in the wrong, be man enough to realize when you're in the wrong. Like, okay, I'll do better next time. Like, you don't mistreat women, man. That ain't what being a man is. If you mess up, you should have enough know-how to know when you done messed up. But don't let no woman cling to your failures and just keep throwing them in your face. Don't let them do that. The part of not getting in emotional battles with women, sometimes you're going to have to break up with some. Sometimes you're going to have to divorce some. Sometimes you're going to have to block people on your phone. This is why that you shouldn't bring them to your house right away. Why would you bring them to your house right away and you don't know how they going to be? They have been tried to set your house on fire. And you don't even know she dealing with these mental issues because y'all dudes don't know how to vet. Man, if you gonna do something like that, take her to the hotel or something like that. Do not bring them to your house right away like you know them. You trying to show off, that's simp behavior, that's matrix. You got a nice pad, you trying to show off. You want her to see your aquariums and stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, have you a hotel fund or something. She say, where you live at? You're like, man, well, I don't know you like that for you to be knowing where I live. Make a joke out of it. Be like, for all I know, you might come bust all my windows out and flatten my tires. Y'all dudes, we got one God, and he's far beyond our ability as human beings. Like that. Why would you run? I'm telling you, these dudes is like females, man. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking. All that running red lights and stuff, that's feminine. Like, you supposed to be a man. You supposed to have enough self-control to wait. I can see if you close enough to get through, but these dudes be here in Milwaukee be literally running red lights, wearing tight pants, running red lights, staring at men, just all kind of stuff, man. All kind of stuff, man. You should never be trying to catch a man in a stare down. And if you doing it when you with your boys, you's a punk anyways. Like I tell y'all all the time, a lot of these guys out here, when they with 3, 4, 5 dudes, got all these dudes with them, they be trying to start stuff. That's weak. You should never start nothing. But especially when you with a whole crew of dudes. Man, you can ask anybody. When I was with all my boys, I was even smoother. I was the peacemaker. They trying to get in drama and stuff because I'm there. And they know how, these and the... I used to be like, man, F that, man. Man, we chilling, man. We chilling out here. F them niggas. Excuse my language, YouTube. I'm just saying what I said. But don't get in these emotional battles. Don't get in these emotional battles with confused men or with women. And when I say confused, I'm not just talking about rainbow. I'm talking about dudes that supposedly straight, but they ain't been raised right. They ain't been raised by a man. This gonna teach you to control your temper. Like my father taught me to control, like I was fighting. Man, you gotta learn how to control your temper. You can't be around here fighting everybody over everything. And a couple of my fights, he had to break up. Like, he got me off of a dude one time. Like, he just came down there and broke it up. And I was winning. Had him on the ground. My father still grabbed me, and he just was so strong, man. I couldn't get out. Like, he just was strong, man. So, y'all get what I'm saying on this, right? It never, I'm gonna show you something. When you enter dealings with women, you come in there as player one. And y'all ain't get this from nobody. You hear these dudes saying this, you know they copying. And don't listen to them when they try to make you think that people only copy off of them. And they be copying too. You player one at all times. They want to be in the game, they need to hook up the other joystick and be player two. The joystick, you get it? That's what we used to call controllers. As a matter of fact, that's an excellent controllers. I'm player one. I got the number one controller. And we playing Minecraft. So you in my world helping me build it. Player two. And player three. You know, that's what people don't get. Like, they basically hand the controller over to these women. You the controller. You player one. She got to hook it in to the system. The system is you. And you got to let her hook into that system. Don't never let them forget this, man, because I'm telling you, these women, man, the reason why they mad over this talk, mad over the passport, brother, all that, because they want to control stuff. Listen. As long as a guy can jack, you won't control nothing, especially if he good at it. You can't control these dudes with sex. You think you control them. That's why I control, like Coach Greg say, with the meat stuff, money, energy, attention, and time. See how that worked? I ain't make that up. He did. You gotta control your meat. You got to, man, because when you start having kids, when you start relinquishing all your control, when you let her be player one and she's supposed to be player two, she's supposed to be, you know how on some games y'all the same character but both of y'all using it? That's what they supposed to be, you freaking idiots. And I'm not talking to y'all guys who know. I'm talking to y'all guys who be trying to argue. We in the game, we playing with the same character, but you player two. I'm not player two, you player two. Hook up the controller to my system and be player two, or get out of the game. I'll get somebody else to hook it up. How we got to think. Anyway, we got more videos to come. This is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Sipping, All Subjects channel.